I have made multiple videos showing you guys how to create two-factor authentication for different platforms. And in all the videos, I always said something like, make sure you keep all your two-factor authentication keys private and safe. But it occurred to me that I have never showed you guys how to do it because I received a comment asking how to keep the codes safe. Now, before I show you guys how I keep my codes, my 2FA keys safe, I want to let you know that I actually went online to see how others do it. So I went on Reddit and I read a few things people do to keep their codes safe. And personally, I do not feel comfortable doing them because most of the ways they talk are not digital. Like their methods are not digital. Now I get why people are scared of going digital because they are afraid of being hacked. If you are like an average citizen, nobody's going to want to hack you. I mean, there are bad actors out there that they want to just sell your information, but if you're a normal person, an average citizen, nobody is going to care about hacking you. People that will get hacked are like people that have maybe big companies or maybe big YouTube channels, and people that have an established brand. But anyways, what they were talking about was writing your codes on a piece of paper and maybe putting it in a bottle and burying the code. I don't like that idea because what if something like a flood happens and your bottle just goes missing, or maybe a hurricane? There are so many things that could go wrong. So personally, I would not recommend hiding your 2FA codes that way. So here is how I do mine. Now, there are two ways you can look at this. You can save or you can store your codes in the, should I say, I don't care way. Whatever happens, happens. Or you can store them in a way that it's going to be hard for even someone who gets to hack your account to even know how to use the codes. So here's what I mean. Okay, so for the first method, all you need to do is just register on a platform like Bitwarden. I've been using Bitwarden for 2 years now and I've never had an issue with it. I've never heard anything about Bitwarden getting hacked. So I think it's a very reliable platform. So what you need to do is just come here and register an account using your email address, your Gmail that is. I've already registered, so I'm just going to log in. Alright, I just entered my password. I'll click login. Alright, so I'm currently using Bitwarden on my computer, but you can also do it on your phone. I'm not using it on my phone right now because sometimes when I'm screen recording, my phone thinks that some aspects are too sensitive to be captured, so the screen just goes black. Like I can see it, but when I'm editing the video, I just noticed that the parts or some parts are just black, so you can't see anything. That's why I'm using my computer. With my computer, I've never had any issues like sensitive info being censored or like blacked out. Anyways, so when you open Bitwarden on your computer or on your phone, just go to new over here, click it, and then create a folder. So for the folder, just call it two-factor codes, and then you click save. Alright, so after creating the folder, you can just click on it and then you click new item. So for the new item, it is asking you to create a login detail. You don't want to do that. Click here and then you click secure note. So for the secure note, you can click here and call it something like two-factor codes or two-factor keys. Alright, so you scroll down until you see custom fields. Under it, you click here and change this to hidden. Next, you click custom field or new custom field. Alright, so let's say you are working on creating or you are setting up your two-factor authentication for Facebook. When you get that key that I will normally say you should keep safe, you can just come over to Bitwarden and you follow these steps. When you get here, you can type Facebook. Let's say Facebook key. And for the value, this is where you paste the key you copied from the Facebook platform. So let's just say the key is just random stuff. If I click here, you're going to see what I just typed. Okay, I should delete this one. Okay, so after that, you just click save. And that's it. You have saved the one for Facebook. All right, now let's say you're done with Facebook and you want to do the same for Google. You're working on your Google two-factor authentication. So you just need to log back into Bitwarden. You don't have to create a new file anymore. Just click on 2FA codes and come here to this file that says two-factor keys. You click on it and you come down, you change this to hidden and you click new custom field. This time you say Google key. And then you enter you just copy and paste the key here. Okay, so after that, you just click save. Now we have two factor authentication keys saved on Bitwarden. So if you have more, let's say you decide to do the same for Reddit, you can come here and then you enter Reddit, you paste the key and then you click save. So that's how you just keep doing it, and this way your two-factor keys will be saved. Now if you are someone who is not very comfortable, like, you can also use Bitwarden to store passwords, and let's say your Bitwarden gets hacked. Well, anyone that gets access to it will know that, okay, if you have your Facebook password here, then this is definitely going to be your two-factor authentication code. So they can just recreate it on their own, like in the app for creating two-factor authentication codes. So what you can do is you create a new email. Now that email should not be related to you in any way. Let's say your name is John Doe. So you can change your name to maybe Jane Doe or Jane something else, as long as this is not related to you. So create a new email using Google. I don't think it's necessary for you to even use your phone number to create the email, but even if you have to, well, I don't believe that Google makes your phone number public unless they also get hacked, but Google getting hacked is highly unlikely. Anyways, so create a new Gmail account and then you come back to Bitwarden and create a brand new account, a brand new Bitwarden account. Now this Bitwarden account, you don't use it to save passwords, you only use it to save two-factor authentication keys. Because if someone gets a hold of the Bitwarden account, they won't see your password, so they won't even know if the two-factor authentication keys are even legit or they are just random. Like say for example, like right here, like you can see I don't have passwords here. So if anyone hacks this, they won't get a lot of info. And if they see the two-factor authentication codes and they open them, they'll say, okay, this one is for Facebook, but they don't know the email address, because the email that I used to open the Bitwarden account is not used anywhere else. Like you can't find the email on Facebook, you can't find it on YouTube, you can't find it on Reddit, you can't find it anywhere. I only use the email to open this Bitwarden account just to store 2FA codes. So this way, even if they have access to the 2FA codes, they won't know how to use them or where to use them. They won't know which person's account has the 2FA code. So to me, that's another way to safely and securely store your 2FA keys. Hopefully that makes sense. So just to recap, if you want to store your 2FA keys, you can store them using Bitwarden. And if you want extra security, create a new Gmail address, register a new Bitwarden account, and then store your 2FA codes only, your 2FA keys only in the Bitwarden account. So you need to remember the password and the username. I think those are the only things that may be hard to remember, because if you are creating a new email address, then it may take some time for you to get used to, like for you to remember or memorize it. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting old, but yeah, I think that's the only thing you need to remember. Besides that, I believe you'll be fine. So that's basically all I have to say in this video. Hopefully you found it useful. I mean, that's just how I do my own thing. So if you guys want to follow along, you can. If you have a better way of storing your 2FA keys, please let me know in the comments. Maybe this method is too complicated and there's a simpler method of doing it. So just let me know in the comments so I can maybe use your own method. All right, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers as well. I haven't said that officially. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.